What's up guys, Hades here. Today I want to highlight a brand new build that I've seen from my opponent in this KVK. I want to give them props. I want to highlight their build because they went against the meta. Now that player here goes by the name of Go-Go. They have 774,000 power and they're rank 140, but don't let that low power deceive you. This March is incredibly powerful. I'm going to break down some of the highlights about it and also some of the question marks there are about it, because some aspects just don't quite add up. But everything considered, this is the team. A little different, right? The dragon, you notice, using Thunder Dragon, and that's not very normal. And then Khan, the carry, also not very normal, with a level 7 spec and only 34 dust, which is very interesting. Now, why would this team be so powerful? We're gonna have to break it down in the reports, but we gotta know everything first. So, the advantages this player has is the level 8 life protection and the level 8 energy mastery. Now, I've said this before, but I think energy mastery is the strongest skill in the game, and it creates really powerful heroes. So, what makes this setup so special? Well, you have the two pretty much most common carries in the game for tanks, and that's because YSS is so easy to obtain and it gives you that shield, 30% boosted defense, very strong. He's using Fear of Domination, which is very interesting. Most players don't touch this skill. However, he likes it a lot. He wants the most bonus damage he can get. You know who else gets bonus damage? Bjorn. When Bjorn ults, you also get 20% boosted damage. Now, he's going for speed, of course, as everyone does. No escape. If you watched my last video, you probably see that about the new skill. But why does it do so much damage? So, I have two reports. The first one is a rally. Right here. He wipes through 3 very strong players. This is my wife. She's got a very strong team, been killing the whales. I'm in this rally. I die when he has almost nothing. My team has been beating all the whales, and a very strong maxed Himiko as well, crushing them. And he's losing HP as it goes. You can see on the second battle he has 11,000 here, 7,000 here. But guess what? The only thing that matters is that Khan has troops. If Khan has troops, he's gonna do damage. Now, how does Khan stay alive? Well, first of all, he needs side assist. Second, the life protection is giving that reduced damage to the back line by 35% when it's active. He's also getting that bonus healing. Guess what? This meta doesn't have a lot of wound. There's no wound here, so he's not going to take much damage. Now, it doesn't make sense against my team. My team should, in theory, counter him in a lot of ways. I have wound. My kin is countering Theodora. So the healing from Theodora is just not very effective. Also, he's running resist and Aegis, and I have Poseidon dealing quite a bit of physical damage. But it doesn't matter. Khan is one-tapping everyone. I want you to watch this report. I'm going to show this one because it's the most standard. This is what most players have. This is what most players use. And this is the highest level. This is a maxed out Himiko. And I'm going to slow it down. You can see the number of troops don't matter. The tanks don't matter as long as your carry is full HP. Watch how much damage this Khan does. He gets ult and he fires. Look at that chunk. He got a lucky crit here. The secret to this build is the crit Khan. It's so unintuitive. He almost never crits, but when he does crit, he's gonna almost one-tap heroes. And then again, second fall. His power's boosted. He has coercive and energy mastery, and then she's gone. Now, what's the main reason this is working so well? Well, there's two, and I'm gonna go back to the report to show you. Okay, we're back in the report. Everyone's using Himiko, and so to counter Himiko, most players are running resist and Master's Ages. We're running Magic Resist. We're trying not to get burst by mages. But guess what that does? It lets Khan do all the damage he wants, because we're not running Oak Guard to deny him. Therefore, he is not being resisted. That's the big factor here. Because he's not being resisted, this is a huge factor. The second part is his choice of dragon. Now you'll notice he actually has no element boost. 2 Thunder does nothing, because then he has a Holy, a Shadow, and Earth. What he's doing is he's reducing the damage the mages are doing by 51%. That's the power of this Thunder Dragon, right? I'm looking to do burst damage. I'm doing infinite firepower. I have web. I'm going for burst damage. But this is reducing a lot of that early damage. Remember, the lightning cage goes first, then you get the lightning shriek. Then that last part, and probably that goes a little under the radar, is his bonus 24% damage to ultimates. Now the first ultimate does not get this, but the second and the third do. And you're going to notice 20% boost, 20% boost, 24% boost, and then when you look at Khan, he's got another 30 on his ultimate, and then he has another 45 on his ultimate, and if you level it up, it gets even higher. That's a lot of boosts, and even without the crits, even if you don't land a crit, he's still going to win a majority of the matches. This is such a cool build. I'm so happy that someone's using something other than the meta and it being really effective. Big props to GoGo. If you guys like these kind of videos, make sure you leave a like and a comment down below. And if you have some ideas on some new builds, let me know in the comments, and I want to see those. I'll see you guys in the next one.